Hey guys, back with another one, and an interesting one for the Minecraft community that no one's been really mentioning, and I've been paying attention for the past couple years, and that is one of the most rare accounts in existence in the game. And one player that did the unthinkable to bring back the life of none other than the username Steve, one of the most rare accounts ever to be pulled and ever to be unlocked again in the community, which I got a chance to see sometime. But the point is, the person that unlocked this was named Gorman, or Gavin for the original owner, but Gorman is the next owner. But yeah, like, this is interesting because there is literally no video evidence now, except maybe on my channel now. And how the fact that Gorman, I met him on, of course, through Discord. Not going to say who introduced me to that for privacy reasons, and obviously, speaking of privacy reasons, I've noticed a lot of things happen on YouTube with that. There was a video that was once up of Steve in NameMC server, but that's been privated. And another clip that I luckily got, and was lucky to even get it, and it was a video from Ironic of Steve in game, and then checking his channel and crediting him. Now that video's gone, and really there's a lot of vanishing going on. When I looked at my past history with Gorman, he deleted his Discord and privated all of his videos that once had notoriously, he has got one of the most rare accounts on the planet, one of them being also player. But yeah, this is the history of Steve and player, some of the most valuable accounts in the community ever, easily thousands of dollars. But the strange disappearance of Gorman online and his footsteps is a mysterious one, and for the whole community. Thankfully, I've been paying attention, but everyone that's known or seen Steve at least once, it's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing to see. But it's definitely a long history of hearing possibly the owner not being there anymore, or it's just inactive. And from my understanding, the most interesting thing about Steve is how old it is, how it's like some of the first accounts to be created in the community ever. It's a 2010 account, and one of the most interesting things is the people associated, Andre and Fraud, how they were all those two were a friend group with Gorman, and notoriously sharing Steve, from what my story is lining up with, and how it's just so iconic how this has happened. And of course, probably shouldn't be saying or spilling this stuff, but he's probably hiding for a good reason, and I can kind of understand him. He's probably got messages every single day about Steve, but from my understanding, the most valuable account of Steve is still here, despite it being locked, but in a way you wouldn't expect, but maybe you'd expect. But the only piece of Steve that's left is Steve's NameMC, and you might be questioning, well, that's cool and all, but Steve is still locked. Well, I'm like, yeah, but we can argue that even owning Steve's NameMC is extremely valuable, because it's a part of history of Minecraft, like the first in-game character ever made for the game. And notoriously, from my story, and I can tell you from what I heard, Steve NameMC is still around, and somebody, or let's just say someone, I'm not going to name any names, but has the NameMC, but it was paid for at a premium price point. But I can happily say to you that Steve is still around, even though it's locked, but his NameMC is the only existing remnants of the account left. But other than that, that's the history of Steve and how the most iconic account and most valuable account ever has been unlocked, and how I met the OG, or the man behind it all. And I want to credit you, Gorman. Thank you for your efforts. It's unheard of, and you brought a lot of joy back to the community with Steve. And I just wanted to say thank you. And if you do see this, sorry that you have to kind of go incognito mode, but I'm hoping that you're okay, and you know who I am. I spoke to you in Discord, but of course I can probably understand why you went incognito. Is because you don't want people really messaging you about it, which, trust me, I can guarantee you that it annoys you, and it got to you. So, but there you have it. The history of Steve. Comments or questions, be sure to comment below.